All right, this is Obed on behalf of Electronics, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the transmission mechanism of monetary policy. Okay, so let me write this down over here. This has to do with transmission, just like your car's transmission. And just like your car's transmission has an impact on acceleration, has an impact on torque, has an impact on uh, the the car itself. Okay, your monetary policies, okay, have an impact on the economy in general. All right. So monetary policies have an impact. Monetary policies impact economy. And this is the reason why the transmission mechanisms are important because central banks, as well as policymakers, they study how these monetary policies impact what we call aggregate output, okay, or the GDP of a country. All right, so how transmission mechanisms or expansionary monetary policies, EMP, impacts GDP, okay, or aggregate output. And one such impact or cause and effect has to do with interest rates. And we've talked about this in the past, okay, where when the interest rates go down, okay, let's say the central banks decide to bring down the interest rates, excuse me, to expand the economy. When the interest rates go down, okay, what happens is consumer spending goes up. Okay, business spending goes up. Okay, net exports goes up. Okay, hence, because these three make up GDP, your aggregate output or GDP goes up. Okay, so this is your transmission mechanism when it comes to interest rates. Okay, when it comes to monetary policies that reduce interest rates. Okay, the other one would be your wealth effect. Okay, so say for example, when the central banks use the monetary policies, okay, let's say, okay, the prices of stocks. Okay, when the prices of stocks go up, okay, the wealth goes up. Okay, so we're talking about homes, collectibles, and other assets. Okay, so wealth goes up. Okay, as a result of which you have an increase in individual wealth. Okay, people living in that country are generally wealthy. Okay, as a result of which, okay, what ends up happening is consumer spending goes up. If people have money to spend, consumer spending goes up. Okay, and because of that, your aggregate output goes up. Okay, now this is not necessarily the case where consumer spending goes up as a result of an increase in wealth. It may also be because of the economic situation or because of needs and necessities. Okay, however, okay, in this case, we're talking about the wealth effect. We're talking about EMP, your expansionary monetary policy, as a result of which, when the wealth goes up, okay, the consumer spending goes up, as a result of which your GDP goes up. All right. Now, apart from that, another one has to do with bank deposits. Okay, so we know that commercial banks they receive deposits from depositors like you and me. We deposit money to earn interest on savings. Okay, commercial banks also lend money to other commercial banks. And when they do lend money, the commercial bank that receives the money, okay, their reserves go up as a result of which they're able to lend more money. Okay, in terms of loans and mortgages. Okay, so when bank deposits go up, your bank loans go up. So loans go up. And because your loans go up, what ends up happening is your aggregate output goes up. Okay, your Y goes up, your aggregate output goes up, GDP goes up. Okay, people are able to, um, banks are able to lend more money. People are able to borrow more money as a result of which they're able to spend more money. Okay, so that will be it for this video. On behalf of V Electronics, this is Obey. Have yourself a great day.